How to best identify and prevent fraud. There could be many obstacles on your way to financial freedom. Fraud is the most common and fatal one. There are many cases where people are on the right path to financial independence, while deceived by fraudulent schemes and lost all their savings. Fraud schemes can be well designed and planned, and can go directly to your weakness and pain point. Knowing the best way to identify and prevent fraud can save you from big financial losses. The most notorious fraud is the Ponzi scheme. Bernard Lawrence Madoff was an American fraudster and Wall Street financier who ran the largest, possibly most devastating Ponzi scheme in history, defrauding thousands of investors out of about $64.8 billion. A Ponzi scheme is a form of fraud that lures investors and pays profits to earlier investors with funds from more recent investors. Named after Italian businessman Charles Ponzi, the scheme leads victims to believe that profits are coming from legitimate business activity, like product sales or successful investments, and they remain unaware that other investors are the source of funds. Typically, Ponzi schemes require an initial investment and promise above-average returns. They use vague verbal guises such as hedge futures trading, high-yield investment programs, or offshore investment to describe their income strategy. Similar to the Ponzi scheme, there is the pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is a business model that recruits paying members via a promise of payments or services for enrolling others into the scheme, rather than supplying investments or selling products. As recruiting multiplies, recruiting becomes quickly impossible, and most members are unable to profit. As such, pyramid schemes are unsustainable and often illegal. In modern times, there are some new similar schemes, like misused cryptocurrencies, initial coin offerings, or ICOs. The novelty of ICOs means that there is currently a lack of regulatory clarity on the classification of these financial devices, allowing scammers wide leeway to develop Ponzi schemes using these pseudo-assets. Most ICO schemes have a low recovery rate, with investors losing their funds permanently. The May 2022 collapse of Terra USD, a stablecoin propped up by a complex algorithmic mechanism offering 20% yields, is another example of a Ponzi-type scheme. A stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency where the value of the digital asset is supposed to be pegged to a reference asset, which is either fiat money, exchange-traded commodities, such as precious metals or industrial metals, or another cryptocurrency. Terra USD, or USD, was dubbed an algorithmic stablecoin, so called because it maintained its one-to-one peg with the US dollar via an algorithm. It was not backed in full by real assets like bonds, as USDC and USDT are. The algorithm failed and Terra USD crashed in May 2022, sending shockwaves across the crypto market. In practice, stablecoin issuers may not be able to maintain adequate reserves to support a stable value. In summary, Ponzi-type schemes have the following characteristics. 1. You have to pay to be in the game. 2. Promise or pay higher returns than the market. 3. Without legitimate business model, products and services. 4. Not regulated by authorities. 5. Not being audited, without a custodian, or not associated with reliable third parties. Here are some good tips to identify Ponzi-type schemes. 1. Understand why you have to pay. If you sell products for a company, you don't need to pay to join. If you want to find a job, you don't need to pay to have this job. 2. Understand why the return is so high. If a person guarantees you to make 10% profits each month, you need to think about it. How can they make so much profit to pay you? Why don't they just borrow money from the bank or large investors? 3. Understand how the business makes money. Do they have legitimate and popular products and services? What's special about its business model? 4. Understand where the funding goes. Do they have a reliable custodian to manage clients' funding? This is very important for cryptocurrencies. Sometimes, it may be difficult to identify well-designed Ponzi schemes. You can ask a question in our Blue Eden forum, and we can help you check the legitimacy of the business. The most common fraud is the stock trading scheme. Stock market is the easiest investment vehicle to start with. It's very easy to invest in stocks but difficult to make consistent profits. There are many frauds coming with stock trading. 1. Trading gurus who guarantee to make big money for you and can show you their accounts. 2. Trading softwares based on proprietary algorithms, which guarantees you a good return and can show you some examples. 3. Artificial intelligence trading systems, which guarantee higher than market returns. 4. Trading newsletters which guarantee higher than market returns. 5. Many other fraud schemes that guarantee unrealistic higher returns. There are 4 important factors for any investment: risks, returns, efforts and time. Just think about it, you have higher returns. You don't need to make any effort, and the money is coming fast. The risks would be extremely high. You are looking for the returns or the profits, they are looking for your capital or principal. You may take some small money back, while losing all your money in the end. If they really have a very good trading system that can consistently make money, why do they bother to tell you while they can just borrow money from the bank or large investors? For stock investment, the best and easiest way is to invest the same amount of money each month to your tax-free special account, like Roth IRA or TFSA, and invest in an ETF tracking S&P 500 index over 30 years. With dividends automatically reinvested, you have very low risks, with market returns. No efforts required. But it will take a long time to make it work. If you want to make profits faster, you have to make great efforts, which is not easy to do. There are also some other fraud schemes which are not limited to investments. Health care and education schemes could be the most common non-financial fraud types. Let's talk about healthcare fraud first. All people want to live a healthy life, especially for those with underlying health conditions or chronic diseases. Do you want to lose weight fast? Do you want to strengthen your muscles fast? Do you want to be taller? Do you want to remove skin tags, scars, or deal with other skin issues? Do you want to cure your current diseases, like type 2 diabetes, cancers, heart diseases? There are lots of fraud schemes targeting those needs. They are not only costing you lots of money, but may also aggravate your current situations. Your best resources for any diseases should be your doctors and health authorities, not miracle pills or medicines. The best way to deal with any disease is to prevent it from happening. If you can follow our guidelines for best preventing diseases, it will not only save you lots of money for medication, but also help you achieve a healthy and happy life. Next, let's discuss education fraud. A good education is critical to start a good career. However, there could be education fraud that costs you lots of money, but it doesn't deliver the education you need. Some for-profit education institutions may fail to meet a standard of educational quality. For example, by providing students with insufficient or substandard teaching facilities. Some recruiters may tell students they won't be able to get into a particular well-known college or university and direct them to private institutions instead. Some may be good, but others turn out to be little more than a few floors, or a few rooms in a cheap office building, with underpaid teaching staff. This kind of fraud is working well for international students, because they don't have good knowledge about those institutions and the quality of the education. There could also be fraud related to tutoring. For example, one tutoring class may only cost $20 per hour. However, the fraudsters can give you a big discount for a large upfront payment, like a 30% discount for a 1 year's payment. However, when they get all the payments, they can just shut down the company and take away the money. In order to identify education fraud, you need to do some good research about those institutions. When they ask for a big upfront payment, you need to be very careful. You can also ask a question in our Blue Eden forum, and we can help you check the legitimacy of the institution. You may also receive lots of fraud messages from your phone or emails. Here are some common types of fraud. 1. Lottery scam. Congratulations! You've won the lottery, sweepstakes, big prize. All you have to do to claim your prize is send a small fee or tax payment. This is how scammers get you to send cash or obtain your checking account or other financial information. Of course, the winnings never arrive. Legitimate contests don't charge fees for you to collect your prize. 2. Inheritance scam. Similar to lottery scam, scammers claim that you can inherit big money or get big donations from somebody, but you need to pay a small fee first. 3. Employment scam. Employment fraud happens in various ways. You are promised a job, but only if you pay a fee for processing, administration, or uniforms. Your identity may be stolen through fraudulent job applications. Or you may be recruited for an illegal job. 4. Phishing. You receive a fraudulent email that looks like it comes from a legitimate company, asking you to click on a link that brings you to a fake website. The website often can be made to look like your financial institution's website, so you do not notice the scam. You are asked to enter or verify personal information, such as a credit card number, an online banking password, which is captured by the fraudster. Smishing, or SMS phishing, and vishing, or voice phishing, are variations of phishing that use phone text messaging and voice technology to steal your personal information. Those above mentioned are the most common fraud types. There could be many more different kinds of frauds with the purpose to steal your money. You should be very careful if there is any big money involved. To best prevent fraud, you need to educate yourself and your family about them. Be aware of the techniques that fraud artists use, such as peer pressure and a sense of urgency. Never send money or participate in a financial offer unless you are sure it is legitimate. Never give out your personal financial information unless you are sure the person or organization is legitimate. If you are not sure, you may ask a question in our forum, and we would like to help you to check. Blue Eden Project can help you find all the best solutions and great ideas for a balanced life. Join Blue Eden Project, achieve a better life, and build a better world. Thank you for watching.